everybody, it's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. On deck, we've got what should be a great matchup between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Los Angeles Chargers. With that, let's get out to Dignity Health Sports Park in Southern California as we welcome in our guys, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach. Well, sunny Southern California is anything but on this afternoon. Gray skies and rain in the forecast here at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. Today, it's a matchup in the AFC West between the Kansas City Chiefs and our home team. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Godden. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Here's Michael Badgley now to get this one started. And we are underway in Southern California. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So here come the Chiefs for their opening drive. Leading this unit will be the big arm man out of Texas Tech. 10th pick in the 2017 draft, Patrick Mahomes. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And it's knocked away and incomplete. And quickly now, a look at the Kansas City offense.
So let's all work together on this one because it's natural to just watch the football. But I want all of us to watch the center of this offensive line, the center and the two guards. They've got to be able to control the point of attack, and they didn't do such a good job on that last play. Plenty of opportunities to redeem themselves. They'll have to take advantage of that and start to make progress.
Williams. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. The 30. 10. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Damian Williams. 63 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. You talk about explosion plays. There's one pretty much right out of the gate.
And now they get to ride a wave of emotion, momentum, everything. Just as you described, right out of the gate. Big sprint, touchdown. They're excited. But on the other side, they've got to guard against a major letdown because they hit them right in the gut with that one. And now you start to question yourself a little bit when you give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. They'll be led out by their veteran quarterback out of North Carolina State. It's Phillip Rivers.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game. Almost like basketball, where both teams press, and one team gets an advantage, the other team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
Now Rivers, and this one complete to Virgil Green. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that'll open things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. Now on third down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Working out of the gun, Rivers. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Here's Hill on the return. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Chiefs are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 15. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. Heck of a start, a 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage.
As we've seen over the years, offense coordinators will often ease their way into drives. Many of them don't want to risk a turnover and put their defense in a bad spot, but not in this case.
Not at all. Forget about easing into it. They took a shot. It worked. Now a play fake here on first down. And he's got this down to the 35. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield who can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Desmond King picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. And they give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Rivers. He's got Green. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy's setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
They go back to Gordon here on first down. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments and doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Now Rivers throw into the hands of Gordon. That 2nd down play nets a -4. Well, they try to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. They saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. Here's Ty Long now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Watch out for Hill on the return. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 16. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Now the pressure comes and he goes down just inside the 10 back at the 9. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. That was really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. On third and long, it's Mahomes. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot, able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
He's going to take off with it. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage, 17 on the play. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary. And I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
On second down now, it's Williams. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 26.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier in this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
Being chased out left. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. Looking to throw again on second down. Mahomes. And now he's going to use his legs. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Now Mahomes steps away. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down. An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on third down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And the kick by Butker is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. Well, that will go down as a 15-play drive, and it results in 3 points. So some disappointment?
It's funny. We had our conference before the game with the offensive coordinator, and what did he tell us? I just want every drive to end in a kick, right? An extra point, a punt, or a field goal. Well, in this case, I think it is a little bit of a disappointment because it did end in a kick, but that type of a drive should end in the end zone.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. It hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Rivers to throw it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Flying in to blow that play up, Alex Okafor. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. On 3rd down, Rivers. And that is incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Pulled in at the 24. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play there just before halftime. 45 yards. Well, that certainly changes things.
Yeah, I think the thought process is they'd take this lead into the locker room, run something simple here and run the clock out. Instead, they get the big play. Now they have a chance to increase what they've done in the first half.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. So we have reached halftime with our... And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this 3rd quarter. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And his throw here's incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously, one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Well, that's how you convert on 3rd down with an explosive gain of 34. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. He's airing it out for Williams. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Rivers. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
On third down, Rivers. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
Under the category of obvious, you hate giving up a first down on 3rd and long. And somehow, he finds his way downfield and picks it up.
If you look at the coverage defensively, oh, this is great, but no one accounted for him at the quarterback spot.
At some point, you actually have to tackle him and get him on the ground short of the first down marker.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Melvin Ingram dropping the hammer off the edge. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
A 2nd down throw for Rivers. Got Gordon open, completes it. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. From the gun, Rivers. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Rivers now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. They try to run on 1st down, but this defense says no dice. They stop him a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage. On 2nd and 12, Rivers, and caught by Henry. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Rivers, complete. Hunter Henry with a grab. Wait a second, that's got to be a mistake. They declined it.
That doesn't make any sense, right? I mean, it doesn't at all, because you want that penalty. All right, they just picked up a first down, right? He wanted the penalty.
I am so confused right now. Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Throwing again. Rivers on 2nd and 10. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. So it's 3rd and long for the Chargers and Rivers after the sack. Operating from the gun. Rivers for Keenan Allen. That's complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? And that one, an absolute backbreaker. A chance to get back within a score, couldn't do it.
Yeah, that one went begging, as they say, right? There's the opportunity, and it was missed. But all hope's not lost just yet. But, boy, getting back within one score would have been a powerful motivator for their defense to take the field with.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. He was looking again for Kelsey there on that play, and now it's 2nd down. To throw, it's Mahomes. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Trevor Williams with a pick. And now off to the races down the right side. And this is going to be a Charger touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended target, and it's 3rd and short. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Mahomes going to throw on the move to his left. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jatavis Brown. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Following the interception here, Rivers. He's got Green. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling him almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. The Chargers on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And Gordon's going to be stopped short. He needed 2. He got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Badgley able to knock this one through. And we are all tied here in the final stages. Now, we knew this had the potential to be a tight game, but with less than 3 minutes to play, couldn't be any tighter. We're all tied.
All locked up, right? And this next drive is going to tell us everything we need to know about this game because I want to see how they come out with the football. Are they going to be aggressive and attack downfield? You still got a 2-minute warning to come up? Or are they going to be conservative and try and hold on and maybe just get to overtime?
The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Throwing now is Mahomes. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
How many times have we seen this late in the 4th quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. To throw is Mahomes. And an alley to run. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Don't be mad. Don't be mad.
Yellow.
On 2nd down, it's Williams. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
Yellow.
Mahomes to throw. Rolling to his left. And he's going to keep it here. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Back to throw. Mahomes. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th.
Well, any thoughts about overtime have ended at this juncture. That touchdown puts them up 6. I would imagine they'll kick the extra point now and rely on their defense.
Yeah, rely on their defense. So a little bit of time left on the clock here in the 4th, but they got to feel good now. Extra point right down the middle, and that makes it a 17-10 score. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it was all capped by Patrick Mahomes using his legs to get in the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be taken about the 12. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. But, Charles, a 1-score game. Down to the end we went. They had one final play in that 1-score game. We all knew what was coming, the Hail Mary. They just couldn't get it done.
Wasn't exactly complicated, was it? We all knew, as you said, and go long and see if we can find someone open. They didn't get it done. Someone's happy. someone is not.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Southern California.